Hello and welcome to another Minute with Matt. I'm Matt with New Life Church, and we're continuing our study of the book of Matthew. Today we're going over Matthew chapter 9, verses 35 through 38. It says, Then Jesus went about all the cities and villages, teaching in their synagogues, preaching the gospel of the kingdom, and healing every sickness and every disease among the people. So Jesus is going out and he's teaching and healing. It's an interesting thing. Teaching and preaching comes before healing because that's more important. It's more important to address your spiritual problems than your physical ones. A lot of people don't realize that Jesus put that first. He taught the multitudes and then fed the 5,000 after they'd already heard him teaching. But I digress. He was healing every sickness and disease among the people. People were coming to him. In this chapter alone, he healed tons of people. Blind guys, he cast out devils, he raised the dead. So they're coming and he's healing them. Verse 36 says, But when he saw the multitudes, he was moved with compassion for them, because they were weary and scattered, like sheep having no shepherd. He had compassion. And it's an interesting thing when you think about it. In other passages he talked about about the sin in Israel. There had been lots of sin in Israel. These people had murdered prophets that were sent to them, or their ancestors had. These people were going to be crying out, "Crucify him." But he had compassion because he truly cares. He cares more. He cares more for you than you care for you, more than I could care for you, more than your family cares for you. And it says that they're weary and scattered like sheep having no shepherd. If the Lord isn't your shepherd, then you don't have one. Not really. You might look to someone else, but they're not a real guy. They're not really going to love you like a shepherd, not going to guide you like the shepherd, not going to keep you safe like the shepherd. So, in other words, I'm suggesting that you make the Lord your shepherd. If you want to know how to do that, just contact us. We'd love to hear from you. Verse 37, Then he said to his disciples, The harvest truly is plentiful, but the laborers are few. That's certainly true today, too. There are so many people out there without Jesus. And so few people out there are trying to share the gospel. Verse 38, Therefore pray the Lord of the harvest to send out laborers into his harvest. As you'll see when we start the next chapter, what he did is he sent the people who prayed. He told his disciples to pray that laborers would be sent, and in the next chapter he sends them. And that's something we need to remember. We are supposed to be the light of Jesus to the world. We are supposed to be his hands, his feet, his mouth, to spread the good news to everyone, everywhere. I know there are so many times I fail, and so many times I'm sure you fail. But we need to keep trying. We need to pray that the Lord will send us, will still use us. And then we need to surrender to him, to let him guide us, let him give us the words to speak, to be Jesus in the world, to show Jesus to the world. That's the point of all this. The point of the church is to get people saved and then to teach them, disciple them, so they can help others to be saved. So it's an never-ending process. It just keeps going on and on. We need to reach the lost, because there is such a thing as lost. I know there are people out there who try to teach that everyone's going to heaven. That's just not true. Wish it were. The only people who are going to heaven are people who know Jesus. And it's our job to introduce them. I hope this has been a blessing, and I hope that you'll witness to somebody this week. God bless.